March 2nd is Elections Day. Hello, welcome to Info Hub. It's Wednesday, September 25. We have some major news for you. His Excellency President David Granger addressed the nation today, where he announced March 2nd as the date for general and regional elections. Here now is the full address from His Excellency.
Guyanese, the government, since the passage of the no-confidence motion in the National Assembly on the 21st of December 2018, has respected the decisions of the courts and upheld the Constitution. We challenged the validity of the no-confidence motion and defended the challenge to the constitutionality of the appointment of the chairman of the Elections Commission. The legal processes were neither frivolous nor aimed at delaying the consequences of the no-confidence motion. They sought to clarify and interpret the Constitution and to ensure that general and regional elections would be conducted on the basis of a credible list. I have complied with the rulings of the courts, upheld the Constitution of Guyana, and respected the National Assembly at all times. I engaged the Election Commission from February 2019 repeatedly. I insisted that credible elections be held at the earliest possible time. Credible elections are essential to representative democracy. Guyanese, the chairman of the Elections Commission, Justice Claudette Singh, wrote me last Thursday, the 19th of September 2019, indicating that, and I quote, "The Guyana Elections Commission will be able to deliver credible elections by the end of February 2020. I convened a meeting of available cabinet ministers that very day, within hours of receiving her advice, to discuss the timeline provided to me by the chairman. A second meeting of the full cabinet was held yesterday, the 24th of September 2019, when all members accepted the advice provided by the chairman of the Elections Commission. Cabinet ministers also benefited from the advice of Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs, Mr. Basil Williams, and were guided by the need to adhere scrupulously to the advice of the Elections Commission. I met Chairman of the Elections Commission, Justice Singh, this afternoon, Wednesday the 25th of September, when she discussed the statutory timelines for the forthcoming general and regional elections. Guyanese, Guyana will observe its 50th anniversary as a republic on Sunday, the 23rd of February 2020. The following day, the 24th of February 2020, will be a national holiday. I am pleased to announce that, after discussions with the chairman of the Elections Commission and with my cabinet, the earliest possible date for the holding of general and regional elections will be on Monday, the 2nd of March 2020. The Constitution states, notwithstanding its defeat, the government shall remain in office and shall hold an election within 3 months or such longer period as the National Assembly shall, by resolution supported by not less than 2/3 of the votes of all the elected members of the National Assembly, determine, and shall resign after the President takes the oath of office following the election. The extension of a period beyond 3 months for the holding of an election is related to the Elections Commission's readiness to hold elections. The government of Guyana must, as a consequence, return to the National Assembly to request an extension. The National Assembly reconvenes on the 10th of October 2019. The President is required to both dissolve Parliament as provided for in the Constitution and the 10 regional democratic councils, also as provided for in the Constitution. The Constitution again states, an election of members of the National Assembly shall be held on such a date within 3 months after every dissolution of Parliament, as the President shall appoint by proclamation. The Constitution states further that the President may, at any time by proclamation, dissolve Parliament. The Constitution provides that elections of members of regional democratic councils shall be held and the council shall be dissolved at such times as, subject to paragraph 3, the President may appoint by proclamation. Guyanese can now look to the Elections Commission to conduct credible elections within the time frame prescribed. Guyanese, we are on the right path to preserve our precious parliamentary democracy. Thank you, and may God continue to bless Guyana.
Moving along with other news, Guyana continues to expand its international relations as His Excellency President David Granger this morning accepted the letters of credence from the High Commissioner to Guyana from the Kingdom of Lesotho. During brief remarks, President David Granger noted that the two nations have enjoyed cordial relations for 40 years and looks forward to building on these ties.
Guyana is keen on discussing and developing ways in which we can improve relations between our two countries, especially in the field of trade, investment, agriculture, and energy.
High Commissioner of Guyana from the Kingdom of Lesotho expressed his nation's interest in furthering bilateral cooperation with Guyana.
Lesotho and Guyana are two small, geographically distant countries with their diplomatic relations established in 1979. Being the first ever High Commissioner of the Kingdom of Lesotho to Guyana since our established relations, I feel it a great privilege for me to be accorded an opportunity to kickstart our bilateral cooperation since reception of our diplomatic relations.
President Granger congratulated the High Commissioner on his appointment and assured the coalition government's commitment to cooperation during his tenure. Later in the day, the head of state called on the trade unions to play a more active role in the education of workers.
The head of state said the public service sector is improving as Guyana's economy undergoes transformational changes and will continue to transform in 2020 and beyond. Addressing the Guyana Public Service Union's 23rd Biannual Delegates Conference today at the Buridi Benab, President David Granger said education is therefore essential to guaranteeing a more highly specialized and skilled workforce to ensure better quality delivery of service to all citizens.
Unions, particularly the Guyana Public Service Union, must play a part in helping its members to adapt to these changes and to ensure that the workforce is better educated in order to play a meaningful role in the delivery of these services, both horizontally and vertically.
The conference is being held under the theme Championing a Living Wage, Respect for Collective Bargaining, Striving for Genuine Working Class and National Unity. Also addressing the gathering was Prime Minister Moses Nagamootoo, who spoke of the interventions by government to ensure workers are receiving a living wage.
When we got into the government, although we were unable to pay the wages debt that we inherited because of the nature and the quality of the revenue at our disposal, you still could not be unaware and unappreciative of the fact that some of the elements of the non-wages package were put into force with the duty-free and some house lots and some allowances, the raising of the income tax threshold, the withdrawal of NIS from tax from some levels of deductions.
The conference is the highest decision-making forum of the GPSU. Over the next 3 days, participants will engage in intense discussions which will chart the way forward for a more resilient public service sector. Seneca Thorne, InfoHub.
Still to come, push to Mercury free mining gaining traction, and Small Business Bureau disburses millions of dollars for 2019. Details of these after the break.
Are you ready to embark on a truly epic adventure to an undiscovered corner of South America? where some of the most spectacular natural attractions are unveiled within a beautifully diverse landscape. From the wetlands and savannas to the ancient mountains, magnificent waterways and lush enriching rainforest would provide a vast playground for some of the most exotic and breathtaking creatures on the planet, including many of the world's giant species. This untouched land of mystery and wonder serves up an exclusive experience for travelers. So are you ready for a new, awe-inspiring adventure? Welcome back to nature. Welcome to Guyana.
Thanks for staying with us. As the National Insurance Scheme unveiled a commemorative stamp for its Jubilee anniversary, Minister of Finance, the Honorable Winston Jordan, called on the agency to renew its sustainability plan.
This, the finance minister said, will help the scheme to offset the billions lost due to a reckless colonial life insurance company CLICO investment in a bygone period. This is in addition to a 2016 IMF report that made several recommendations to help social security schemes in the Caribbean to offset actuarial deficits.
I am not suggesting all the reform measures proposed by the IMF study are suitable for our country. I enjoin the Board of Directors and management to urgently review the scheme's sustainability plan and come up with country-specific solutions to address these challenges.
Additionally, with the recent oil finds, Minister Jordan said Guyana will be one of the world's top oil-producing nations per capita. That in itself will see the economy of Guyana growing by double figures. With that, he urged them to be ready to seize the moment.
You must continue to build capacity and put the necessary institutional measures in place to ensure that all employers, employees, and self-employed individuals are registered with the scheme and that their contributions are remitted in a timely manner.
Minister Jordan also noted that over the years, the NIS has evolved and continues to evolve to serve the people of Guyana. He said access to social services is pivotal, adding that the government will make every effort to ensure that Guyanese continue to enjoy bigger and better benefits. Isaiah Braffett for InfoHub.
The push to ensure Guyana's gold mining sector is mercury-free is gaining traction with assistance from Conservation International. This is according to Minister of Natural Resources, the Honorable Raphael Trotman.
Speaking as a guest on VOG's radio program Insight, the minister revealed that a team of local stakeholders from different sectors recently returned from Peruvian study tour, where the mercury-free mining technology was showcased.
CI has been setting up model stations around the country, working with miners, the National Mining Syndicate, the Guyana Gold and Diamond Mines Association, and with the Guyana Women Miners Organization, and as well with artisanal individual miners, to find better ways of recovering gold and to find ways of showing that, look, your gold, if you can make jewelry from gold that is said to be green, that is organically produced, not with too many chemicals and in particular mercury, there's a higher value for it on the world market.
The minister noted that Conservation International is helping to demonstrate not only how it can be done, but also where it can be sold internationally.
They're helping us to find those markets, and I believe it is a commendable program. And I really wish to, as I said, thank both the outgoing and the current directors of Conservation International and all of the hardworking people there for this initiative. It's not just in Guyana, it is shared amongst a few countries, but we are seen as one of the flagship countries that will take this project forward globally.
The El Dorado Gold Project is a collaboration between the Natural Resources Ministry, Conservation International Guyana, and Global Environment Facility. It aims to have mercury-free mining by 2025 and seeks to guide the transition to mercury-free mining and promote the adoption of environmentally friendly approaches to mining in Guyana. Reporting for InfoHub, Nicosi Bruce.
More persons are expressing interest in becoming entrepreneurs. Thus far for the year, the Small Business Bureau has given out $36 million in loans.
Minister of Business Honorable Himraj Rajkumar made this disclosure while he was a guest on the program Insight on Vibes 100.1 FM.
A lot of persons are very interested in starting their own business, and of course, the Small Business Bureau, we have we would normally assist young and budding entrepreneurs. As you may know, we would have been giving out grants to persons to start up business, and those that already are in business, we would give them to encourage them to develop themselves more.
According to Minister Rajkumar, for 2019, the agency has provided $36 million in grants for persons in regions 2, 5, 6, and 10. These grants, the business minister says, only carries 6% interest as opposed to what is offered at commercial banks, and recipients have to follow guidelines in terms of the establishment of their ventures.
The grants are not give-outs. They are taxpayers' money, and the Ministry of Business and the Small Business Bureau, we have an accounting system that after the money is given to the client, we would go back a few months after to ensure that it's been executed.
He noted recipients of these loans are reminded of the need to be compliant.
I believe a young entrepreneur, a person who applies for a loan or a grant and has to go through all those processes, has genuine intention. I believe they are genuine and they really want to do business, and I think that we should be able to encourage them.
Meanwhile, Minister Rajkumar says that the ministry is also working on its Small Business Act, which will allow small business contractors to attain 20% of all government contracts. Neola Damon, InfoHub.
Here is a reminder to check our Facebook and Instagram pages as we bring you more stories covering the observances of Indigenous Heritage Month and Education Month. That's all for today. Connect with us on WhatsApp, Facebook, and YouTube. Much more news is on our website dpi.gov.gy, and pop over to Instagram for the latest photo updates at DPI Guyana. Your bridge and weather reports are up next. Goodbye for now.